What's up, guys? Corey Hankerson here from Legacy Tax, and they call me the Levy King. And I've got urgent news for anyone selling anything online, whether you're on eBay, Etsy, Shopify, Amazon, or even a Pinterest storefront. The IRS probably has you in their crosshairs, and they could absolutely destroy you with taxes on money you actually lost. I'm talking about the 1099K nightmare hitting online sellers right now, and I'm about to show you how to protect yourself. And if you watch until the end of this video, I'll show you how to get my free 1099K survival guide, which is made just for online sellers like you. Let's go. Here's what's happening. You buy something years ago, maybe a collectible, maybe some electronics, maybe just some stuff you don't need anymore. You paid, well, let's say $10,000 for it. Fast forward to today, you sell it on eBay for maybe $1,000 because it's not worth what you paid. You actually lost $9,000 on that transaction. But guess what? eBay sends you a 1099K for that $1,000, and the IRS thinks you made $1,000 in profit. They want their cut of the money you never actually made. And this same thing is happening to Etsy artists, Shopify sellers, and Amazon resellers every single day. Now, here's where it gets really ugly. The IRS says, prove you bought it for only $10,000. Where's your receipt? Where's your proof of purchase? If you're like most people, you threw that receipt away years ago. Or maybe it's buried somewhere. You'll never, ever find it. Maybe you bought it 20 years ago. Like one of my commenters said, who keeps receipts for 20 years anyway? But without the proof, the IRS assumes that your cost basis is zero. That means they think you made the full amount in profit and they want you to pay taxes on it. But that's how people get blindsided. Let me give you a real example. One of my clients collected vintage guitars for 30 years. He spent over $50,000 building that collection. When he retired, he sold about $15,000 worth of guitars to help with his expenses. But eBay sent him a 1099K for $15,000. And the IRS said, you owe tax on that $15,000 in income. In reality, he'd actually lost 35 grand. And it's not just collectors. I've seen Etsy sellers who made handmade crafts or digital prints barely breaking even after materials and shipping, but still getting taxed like they actually made a profit. Even Amazon, FBA, and Shopify store owners who liquidate old inventory can get crushed if they don't document what they actually paid. So why is this happening? It's because of the 1099K reporting rules. Now, even though that old $600 rule is out, and I made an entire video about that, click the picture above to see the vid. Platforms like eBay, Etsy, Shopify, PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App are still required to send a 1099K form when you've done over $20,000 in total sales or 200 individual transactions. And here's the kicker. Those forms only show gross sales. They don't show what you originally paid. They also don't include shipping, supplies, platform fees, or cost of goods. So the IRS sees the income, but not the expenses or losses. And that is the trap. But here's the good news. You can actually protect yourself. From now on, you need to document everything. Keep your receipts, invoices, keep your order confirmations, take photos of items when you buy them. If you're on Shopify, you want to export your order reports. If you're on Etsy or eBay, you want to download your sales histories. If you're on Amazon, you want to save your inventory and settlement reports. These things are your proof of cost basis, and they can literally be your lifeline when the IRS comes knocking. For old purchases where you no longer have receipts, the IRS actually allows what they call alternative proof. Things like bank statements, credit card records, insurance appraisals, even witness statements from family members can potentially help you if you're in a jam. If you bought it from a store or an auction house, check if they still have records. Now, guys, before we go any further, if this sounds like your situation and you don't want to wait, before we go any further, if this sounds like your situation, don't wait until the IRS sends that letter. I put together a free 1099K survival guide that shows you exactly what records to keep, how to rebuild your cost basis, and what to do if you've already received the 1099K. Click the link in the description or pinned comment, download it now, and protect yourself before the IRS come knocking. All right, let's get back into how to rebuild your cost basis when those receipts are long gone. Every bit of documentation helps you prove what you actually paid. If you can't find any proof at all, don't panic. You can use something called cost basis reconstruction. That means you're going to research what similar items sold for during the time that you actually bought yours. You want to use online public guides, catalogs, or even old sales records. You want to build a reasonable estimate of your cost basis and document how you came up with it. The IRS actually allows this if you're being honest and consistent. You're not trying to cheat, you're trying to show reality. Now, the burden is on you, but you can defend yourself if you prepare correctly. If you're dealing with thousands of dollars in potential taxes, get professional help. Don't try to handle this alone. A qualified tax professional can help you reconstruct your cost basis, respond to IRS notices, and protect you from penalties and interest in the event that there actually is a tax liability. If you're running a business, a Shopify store, an Etsy shop, or an Amazon FBA account, you need proper accounting, cost of goods, inventory tracking, business deductions, the whole 9 yards. If you're just selling personal items, the strategy is a little bit different. You're showing that these were personal losses, not business income. Either way, you need someone who knows how to defend that position for you. Going forward, every online seller needs a system. Number one, you want to track everything. Use bookkeeping tools like QuickBooks, GoDaddy, Bookkeeping, or even a simple Google Sheet if that's all you have. Number two, you need to separate your accounts. Keep business and personal transactions separate so you can prove what's what. Number three, you want to store your records securely. Cloud backups, external drives, whatever works, just don't lose them. And sometimes it's smarter to donate items and take that tax deduction rather than to deal with this whole 1099K nuts. Look, the IRS is not your friend when it comes to online sale. Whether you sell collectibles on eBay, crafts on Etsy, merch on Shopify, or books on Amazon, they assume that every dollar that hits your account is taxable unless you can prove otherwise. Don't let them destroy your finances over money you never actually made. If you're facing this situation or want to avoid it, download my free guide below. It walks you step by step through what documentation you need and how to protect yourself. I'm the Levy King, and I'm here to help you get more of your tax. I'm the Levy King, and I'm here to help you keep more of your hard-earned money. Subscribe for more tax tips that can save you thousands, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.